2 wins out of 2, but that one looked like hard work. 38 laps on one set of softs.
39.
Was it 30? I'm sorry, 39.
Well, I didn't count. So.
Was that always the intention?
No.
How did you do it?
I don't know. I guess obviously we came in first because we wanted to keep track position, and then Mercedes had the luxury of choosing the strategy. I guess at that point their only hope to win the race was with equal pace was to do something different, which they did. We couldn't really pull away on the soft to open a massive gap to then walk past on fresher tires at the end. So yeah, we had to think of something else. We talked about that scenario before the race, and when they were telling me what they want to do, first of all I had to think and scratch my head, what was that again this morning? But I got it then, and obviously it was down to me to try and make it work. It was very tough, especially 10 laps to go. I had another hit. The tires went down and started to really slide. It was difficult to be consistent and keep the car on the line. When he was there and in DRS, in range, I tried to just get the energy sorted so that I had all the boost down the straight to make it difficult for him. And it was just enough. So obviously big release or big relief when I crossed the line, and I was very happy. Yeah.
Was there a thought about bringing you in that maybe didn't happen after Kimi's pit stop, or was that never the intention to bring you in at all?
I don't think it had to do anything with Kimi's stop. I saw that there was an issue, and they told me that Kimi had to retire. But obviously for us, I guess the worst that could have happened was finish third, because the gap to Pierre in fourth was quite big. So nothing to lose. So I think we tried to make it work, and it just worked. I don't think the race could have been another lap or two, so it was good.
Can you make it 3 out of 3 in China?
Well, we'll see. I don't know where we're going. Obviously, we need to improve. But having the first 2 races, one is like this, one like that, is difficult to predict where we are going to be. But we need to press on and keep on working, all of us inside the team, trying to make the car better, and then we should be in good shape.
So close. Are those ones the harder ones to take when it is literally inches away?
Yeah, for sure. It's when it's so close, and after the race you start to think about every lap, every corner. If there's something you could have done better, if you could have done better something with the back markers, getting quicker through them, and so on. But I felt like I did a good race. I didn't do any mistakes. I felt the pace we had was actually better than we expected. I can promise I gave everything I had, so it was not enough today.
You could see that you were giving it everything. Did all that winter testing mileage on the mediums come to bear today?
Yeah, actually didn't try the medium before the race this weekend, and it worked well. We could do a really long stint, and definitely it was useful.
There's got to be a lot of positivity in the team at the moment that you are able to mix it. And I guess that in this era, even on different tyre strategies, it is still so close between everybody.
It is very close, and it seemed to be that there was many possibilities today with the strategy. So I think if Red Bull would have been, having a clean race, they could have been in the mix as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting season. We still have work to do, definitely, in places like Bahrain. So yeah, we can take some positives, but the main thing for us is to really learn from this weekend why we weren't yesterday in such a good pace compared to testing and Melbourne.
It was always going to be a run of damage limitation, but right at the start, very nearly even more damage. Max said he gave you enough room. Did he?
I don't know. I'd have to watch it, but I was on the edge of the track, I'm pretty sure. But I need to watch it back. But in the heat of the moment, it didn't seem that it was the case. Don't really know what to say. It was an unnecessary contact. Really, wasn't really no need in that early stage of the race. But these things do happen.
From that point on, though, you had a phenomenal race. Moving to the medium tyre for that long final stint, did you think you had the pace to take it to those guys? Was it a gamble or a calculated one?
I think it was calculated. It was or we'd already planned from the start to do that strategy. I think it was a difficult one because ideally I'd had to get past those 4 cars earlier on in the first 3 laps, and I got stuck with the traffic, and obviously I had the collision with Max, which really nearly took me out the race. I just feel lucky that it didn't take me out the race, and so that's definitely obviously a frustrating scenario. I didn't know if the car was damaged. and then I was behind these guys for ages. So it wasn't until lap 8, lap 9 that I actually got past them. But the guys ahead were too far ahead, and so really the race was lost at the start of the race. Partly through my being maybe making the wrong decision in turn 1, position-wise, and then after that just not being aggressive enough. But there's a long race, and I wanted to see the whole race. But yeah. Anyways, we live to fight another day, and I still got good points, so really happy with third. I just need to, I wish there was another 5 laps, because I would have caught them.
You get your chance in 7 days' time. How hungry are you for that win in China?
Well, I mean, I think I do feel like, particularly the first race, my performance was really on point, and in the race today, I think it was on point. Maybe not so much in qualifying, but it's definitely been a difficult weekend in that respect. But I really am keen to. I'm glad that the race is back to back, because we're coming on strong. It's going to be a close race in Shanghai. The Ferraris have shown that they are incredibly quick. So yeah, but it is a good track normally for me. So let me see if I can get the car where I need it and really take the fight to.
In turn 8, everything switched off. So as if I pressed the off switch. So lost everything. Lost the dash, power, gears. So it seems battery, electrical, some form of issue there. Yeah, it's brutal, I guess. You wait, especially a night race, you wait the whole day, try and save all that energy and adrenaline up, and then after 2 minutes it's gone. So yeah, this sport can be pretty brutal. Yeah, days like this I don't really enjoy it.
Out with a gearbox issue, we understand. Was that caused with the contact with Lewis?
Well, I think it was with the diff as well. Initially, with the hit. So yeah, it's not what you want.
Talk us through the incident with Lewis from your perspective.
Well, I had a good toe onto the straight. The last corner was good, and I went for the move. Then we got a bit squeezed with the McLaren, but then from middle to the X of the corner, I was ahead, and suddenly I felt a touch on my rear tire. So yeah, then my race was over because I got a puncture.
It's such a tight complex of corners around that 1-2. Could you have given more space? How difficult is it to judge how much room there is around there?
There was enough space on the left.
More than a car's width, I think?
Yep.
Thanks, Mike.
A great job. Good pit stops, good strategy. Both cars in the points again. In Australia, 5th, here 7th. So I think it's a great start of the year. But we need to look at the overall picture of the weekend. We were not quick enough here. We lack a little bit of speed, especially in qualifying. So we need to look at this and hopefully improve that and start in a better position next time.
What are your hopes for China, given how well you went in China? Where do we start? Australia, that's the one. And here, 2 totally different circuits. And then we go to China, again, another different type of circuit.
Yeah, I think it's a question mark for all the teams, because we saw quite extreme different performance from one circuit to the next one, in terms of McLaren, Toro Rosso, Haas. So the midfield, it seems that, depends track to track, the performance keeps changing. So in Australia, we don't know exactly, but I think it has to be better than this. We were quite down here, underperforming, and we cannot repeat that.